us in North Orongo on 105.9 FM.
First and foremost, I want to thank everybody out there.
Please don't give a political speech. This is not the platform.
This is the morning mix of Informanté Radio.
My favorite show.
You're talking about one person, Maria. The one person that you know. But you don't know every therapist.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm not everybody's professional, but I mean...
Exactly.
But
so you stop defending her. We're not talking about her now. I'm
not talking about her also.
I'm talking about my
her.
cousin therapist who tells people stories.
Lend an ear and join us every morning.
All the time.
I listen all day, every day. I don't know, I'm just addicted to it.
But Maria, I'm also family of yours. Dis is nie familie nie.
Jy het gister vir ons gesê ons is broers.
Hallo.
Hoe sê sy vir ons is
Thank
familie?
you.
Very good.
Yeah.
No, I've said you are family zoned.
Nee.
You just said we are not family. You are a Kwanyama.
It's my brother.
The morning mix.
Starting your day with a bang. You are listening to Namibia's best radio station, Informanté Radio. As you journey through life towards your retirement goal, build your wealth with Elite Save. Earn 8.5% compound interest on your investment term, while choosing when and how you receive your interest returns. It's tailor-made to help you succeed. For more info, SMS Elite Save to 31844 and we will call you back. Underwritten by Trustco Life.
The views and opinions expressed on the radio program by the guests, advertisers, news bulletins, call-in listeners or chatters are solely the views and opinions of the source who express them. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions and the views of Trustco Group International, the broadcast regulators in Namibia, or that of the Informanté radio station.
This is Informanté Radio, the sound for a new age.
Hey! Wake up!
Hello. Hello. like a Bugatti. Hello. Like this. I like it, baby, when you talking like this. Hello. Man, do that. We'll be driving in a Bugatti. Hello. Like this. I like it, baby, when you talking like this. Hello. Man, do that. We'll be driving in a Bugatti. Hello.
Nice song.
Hello.
Loving local music as always, Miss Sally Boss Madame featuring Tate Booty. This one is titled Hello. And that's how we say good morning to you on this Wednesday. Right here on Informanté Radio, it's the morning mix. We are back for some more craziness. Moro yela alma.
Moro.
How are we this morning?
Also is ngami bro, lekker.
Kan nie klaar.
That's it.
It's einde van jaar is those December vibes.
December.
It feels like a Friday, be honest.
It feels like a Friday.
Yeah, but then somebody told me every day in December is either Friday or Saturday.
Maria said you woke up feeling it's like a Saturday
I
this
really
morning.
You did. You did. Yeah.
Yes.
So-
Moro, yeah.
That's is sport vandaag nie. We got other sport in the studio today. Yeah.
We're doing verbal gymnastics.
Yeah.
That's what
So-
we're doing this morning.
So your national duty first and foremost is obviously, kan ons net hoor hoe lyk die nommers before we get into the topic of the day.
Okay.
Quickly.
Quick COVID-19 update. What are the numbers looking like this morning? Our total caseload stands at 14,416, 151 deaths. We haven't recorded new deaths this week. I think the last death recorded was over the weekend. 13,600 recoveries, which means our active caseload at the moment is 665 cases, a pretty manageable number. And it's not looking too bad. We were alarmed a couple of days ago when there was a bit of a spike in the infection rate. But I see things are starting to come down again.
In the words of Trump, we're doing great. We're doing great.
Phenomenal.
Okay? We're doing phenomenal. Okay. I spoke to Melania last night. She says we're doing phenomenal. Okay. We got somebody.
You
crack
me up.
Listen, asseblief. Nee. Can we just have order in the studio today?
SJ.
Ek het my beste hemp aangetrek vandag. Okay. I see you also put on a nice shirt.
Ek het by my swara 'n hem gaan geleer.
Okay, Maria obviously looked like this every day, so you're the exception to what's going on.
Miss
here today.
Namibia 2020, that's...
There
we go. Now we're talking.
Okay, I see.
Verskoon my. Yeah.
I
So
see.
Cubase, talk to us.
Okay, we have been, of course, promoting this during the course of the week. We have a special guest joining us in the studio today. Wow, I can't believe Neville decided I must do the introduction. But we have the original beauty queen in Namibia. It's Michelle McLean. She was Miss Universe 1992. I was 7 years old. My first love.
Oh, gosh, don't say that. Now I feel so old. Yeah, the 7-year-old wasn't necessary.
Good morning, Michelle. Welcome to the Morning Mix.
Good morning, Namibia.
It's such a great pleasure to have you in studio with us.
It is a great pleasure to be here and back in Namibia again. I am just thrilled. And wow, what a great show you guys have. I'm so pleased to be on it.
We try our best. We try our best every morning.
So
no comments about Trump, though, okay? And
No,
he's
no, we
not
will
going to
not.
make anything great again.
Yes.
Never, ever, ever again. Okay?
They might revoke her visa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
So you were 7 years old when she became Miss
Oh,
Universe.
stop saying that. That is ridiculous.
Okay, let's say
we
17
were 7.
for now. Yes, we were.
Luister, Michelle, jy lyk nog na.
Ooh, dankie baie,
Jy kan
dankie.
nog 'n WhatsApp gestuur.
Can I do my selfies still?
Definitely. Yes.
I'm a selfie girl.
Doch, that's of course, yeah.
Michelle, I understand as much as a lot of Namibians, basically almost every Namibian knows who you are. But we don't really know much about your background. So maybe just give us a brief overview. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? And just, you know.
Okay, well, I don't usually talk about it. You're right.
Yeah,
So-
but once Kenny they goed het. I don't know that. Yeah.
So I am an original Namibian. I was born here in Windhoek, but at the age of 3 months, my father went to go and study chiropractic in the States, and I lived for the first 4 years in Davenport, Iowa. Then my dad and mom moved back here, and he was a chiropractor and has been a chiropractor for many years. We lived in Namibia until I was 13, and then I started modeling internationally. And then I started traveling, which was absolutely fantastic. But I never really came back here, and I never really settled back in Namibia because I've been traveling the world, which is great. And I got the opportunity, obviously, to represent Namibia in 1991 as Miss Namibia, and then I went to Miss Universe. And from that particular point in my life, I'm just grateful that I was able to be a goodwill ambassador for Namibia, because I've been able to travel the world, although not live here permanently for a long time. I've been able to promote Namibia, and it's one of my, one of the greatest blessings I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
Wow. So you were traveling, I think, through your teenage years. You basically just did all the traveling globally.
Yes,
So
I was
actually
modeling. Yes,
very much a global child. You were.
Yeah.
That's
a
what you've been
gypsy.
exposed.
A gypsy.
Yeah,
So
a gypsy.
you can say it. Kom ons sê.
Kom ons maar sê.
It's just a gypsy.
Aha. Okay. So yeah, I think for me personally, I think when I came to know of Michelle McLean, I still remember this evening when you were crowned Miss Universe.
In the days when we had telefaxes and
Telefaxes.
no cell phones, right?
My broer. Nee, maar jy was so clean.
At least you wasn't
Jy wil nou van my vra.
You weren't 7. You definitely weren't 7 years old.
I wasn't 7. I'm 49 years old now, so
Woo, we on par.
Oh, we on par.
Fantastic.
Eh?
Okay.
So, Michelle, that specific evening, we were chilling down where the Hilton Hotel is built now.
You can say we were partying up a storm. That's
We're
fine.
partying up a storm. It was called the OK Parking. So there was this.
What were we doing in the parking lot?
Nee. Kijk, daar was hierdie groot.
Now you must remind me.
Nee. You were not there. We were watching
you
the
were
Miss
watching.
Universe.
Oh, I see.
So there was this big screen, and we were there in this car park watching Miss Universe. Maar okay, ek kan nie alles onthou nie, want ons was bietjie. But Michelle, you know what? I think we went through a rich vein of talent in the early 90s. You became Miss Universe. Frankie just came from the Olympics.
Oh, I watched him. I was at the Olympics. It was stunning.
Harry Simon was beating up everybody. I mean, in the ring, you know.
Of course, we won't mention that.
Look at Swartboy was the best marathon runner in the world. So we had this rich vein of Namibians who really just took our flag out there and just let the flag fly high.
And that was only 2 years after independence, right?
Just 2 years after independence.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you? Kom ons vra vir jou so, daai aand wat jy nou daar staan. Okay? Did you see yourself that there's a possibility that you can take this, or how did you square up with, compared to the other girls?
I don't know if you remember, but I actually entered the Miss World before the Miss Universe, and I came fourth, and that was a couple of months before I went to the Miss Universe pageant. Mm-hmm. So when I went to the pageant in Thailand, I didn't have any expectations at all. I just said I was going to have fun, I was going to, represent Namibia, really enjoy and learn about the culture. But when I got into the top 10 and I realized I had a chance, I used all my modeling skills, all my, training in being able to answer questions, think about world politics, and I put that to real good use in those few minutes that I had to showcase to the world what Namibia has to offer.
Aha.
So it really was about that final stretch, You've got to be calm under pressure. You're on stage, 1 billion people are watching you. But it's also about, I think I just had a passion to be able to represent Namibia and to be out there.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things. Look, anyone who wins a pageant like that, it is 90% preparation and 10% chance.
Because anything can happen on the night. Yeah.
It could be a different set of judges.
Yeah.
So anything could happen, really.
So okay, so 28 years later, and you are still the only, Miss Universe from Namibia that we've ever had. What do you think it will take to get another one?
Well, like I said, there's a lot of chance involved, but if young women want to learn the skills of being able to represent their country, do walking techniques, I'm actually doing a workshop tonight. It's an opportunity for young girls to use these skills not only for pageants and representing Namibia, but for their own business and their own life, right? So you're asking me what it would take. You know, I think it's about that. It's about preparation. And also, it's about maybe that our country, Namibia, and our government should support our Miss Namibia.
Yeah.
And should recognize that she's a goodwill ambassador and give her a lot more financial support, a lot more training, a lot more opportunities to travel and represent Namibia.
Yeah, I don't want us to get sidetracked by the comments yet. You know how they can, pull us in all sorts of directions. But there's something I want to. It's a message for the camera guys. Can we just keep the camera on Michelle? Ek wil nie vandag strei nie, maar kom ons bly net na.
Wie sê so?
Is raw. I wil nie vir ons sien.
It can only be raw.
Hey, J man.
Okay, Michelle, you mentioned that you started modeling at a very young age, at like around 13. I just want to know, what was your favorite thing about doing beauty pageants and modeling, especially at such a young age?
Well, I would have to say traveling, because it opens the mind. It gives you so many opportunities. So many people think that it's superficial to be a model or to be a beauty queen, but you have these opportunities that many other young women would not have. So traveling the world, and being able to get into other businesses. After I was Miss Universe, I've been I've been so versatile in so many different businesses, from property to jewelry companies, solar energy representation. I've brought investment to Namibia as a consultant. So you can get into all sorts of other businesses. And right now, I'm actually in the tourism industry. And for me, that suits me perfectly, because I'm representing and promoting Namibia internationally in the United States specifically. And so I'm able to pivot, because that experience, going back to that, it just gave me an opportunity to be very, very versatile in life.
You don't have a fishing quota.
No, but my children trust does, the Michelle McLean Children Trust. We are part of an NGO group that does benefit. But I know where you're going with this.
No, I'm just...
I have a feeling I know where you're going.
I'm really just asking, you know what, if you need a proxy somewhere, I'm available. Michelle, you know what, ever since, we joke around about this, in Namibian society. We jokingly say it, but we actually mean it. A lot of people would say, after you became Miss Namibia or Miss Universe, everybody keeps on saying, weet jy ne, van Michelle no Miss Universe geworden. We don't remember the last Miss Namibia. Wie was Miss Namibia got 2 jaar geleden? Who was Miss Namibia when? Who? What is it about your brand that stood the test of time, that seems to be dwarfing, the achievement sometimes of our girls? I mean, who's really represented our country up until now? I mean, very graciously, on the highest echelons of the world. But what advice would you give to aspiring Miss Namibias out there for their brand first and foremost to have a staying power in Namibia before it obviously transcends into the four corners of the world out there?
Yeah.
Well, I think firstly it's very unfair to say, when you win Miss Namibia, like, had I not gone on to win Miss Universe, I wouldn't have had that extra platform, that international platform. So, but I have to say that we have had the most amazing Miss Namibias.
Yeah.
They've represented our country so incredibly. The one thing, when you do get that opportunity, even if you are a Miss Kookeveld, and you have got to learn from that point that you are an ambassador for your town, your area, and you've got to take it seriously and take it with great responsibility, and also hone your skills. Beauty pageants is not just about walking and being beautiful on stage. It is about being, like I said, being versatile in life, taking those opportunities, grabbing them with both hands, and especially when you get an opportunity to promote your country, you've got to take that very seriously and learn about your country explore your country. And also explore the opportunities in your life. Once again, you've got to be brave. You've got to step outside of the box. And I mean, I've had to fight this. I've been in a box my whole life. Like, oh, Michelle's beautiful. She's a beauty queen. She can't be good in business. She can't. I mean, we started Michelle McLean Children Trust 28 years later. We've raised over 40 million Namibian dollars for education for kids. I've started many different businesses, and it's so you can really show people that it's all about taking those opportunities and really running with them.
Yeah. Maybe you mentioned the Michelle McLean Children Trust. Maybe just give us a bit of information about on the work that you guys do.
Well, over the years, we've it's been based on my last question at the Miss Universe pageant. So they asked me, what would you do if you were made a leader of your country tomorrow?
Oh.
And I was standing next to Miss India and Miss Colombia. And my answer apparently pleased the judges more. I said I'd look after the children. And it does sound very cliche, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'll look after the children because
peace.
they, and world peace, because they are the leaders for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I stood true to my comment and my passion. And so we started the Children Trust to raise funds for education for kids. We built the Michelle McLean Primary School. We've been able to do hundreds of different projects. I mean, we worked with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. We gave bicycles up north to kids that had to walk 8 kilometers a day to school.
Yeah.
So the productivity of the kids, they could get to school. I mean, I could go on and on. We've got a children's ward at the Central Hospital. But it wouldn't have been possible without the support of the business community and without the support of the government. So I've worked with the government, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So it really is about collaboration. And I think that's what we must work towards as well, together now. We've had the COVID-19 hit us so hard.
Yeah.
Our economy is struggling. People are struggling. Let's stand together. Let's stop, this separation of, silos of we are the private sector, we are this, we are that. Let's get together and really promote, especially tourism in this country. If we do not look after our tourism, we do not have an economy as strong as we could have. So, and obviously, people coming to Namibia, I have such fun out there in the world promoting Namibia to the world because it is such a diverse country. It is so beautiful. It's the most peaceful country in Africa, besides Rwanda, I think. So, and those are real statistics.
Yeah.
So it's so easy to promote Namibia. And then, of course, investment opportunities here as well. And that's what we've got to think about. We've got to think further along. Namibia needs everyone to support, the business and tourism.
And I think that was my next question, because you said you're currently in the tourism industry.
Yes.
Yes. When you say, what do you mean?
So I'm in the business of marketing and promoting Namibia, a company called Africa's Finest Safaris. And so I'm based in America, and what I do is I do talks and I promote Namibia. And I showcase these wonderful videos that we have, promoting Namibia, and bringing tourists to Namibia on
From
safaris.
the USA.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's a great opportunity for me, and obviously I get to tour Namibia, and I get to represent beautiful lodges and beautiful experiences in Namibia, and that's what's so exciting, is that there's so much you can do here, from adventure to you can do horse safaris, and so it's different from other safaris you can do in Africa.
Okay, Michelle, asseblief. Moet nou nie vir my diplomatieke vrae antwoord hierso nie, asseblief. As a Namibian, and I'm a proud Namibian as I sit here, but I got a favorite town. And my favorite town, even though I'm a Vinduka, I would be in Swakop at any given time. I love Swakopmund, okay? Please don't tell me you don't have a favorite town in Namibia.
Actually.
I do. I really do. Okay. So, my parents live in Swakopmund.
Okay.
But you won't believe this. I really, really like Omaruru.
Hou op, man.
Yeah.
Omaruru come through.
So my grandfather used to live there. I've got some, memories from being in Omaruru.
Okay.
It was my first event I did as Miss Namibia. I was in Omaruru.
I didn't expect that one.
I also didn't see it coming.
My broer, ek het die duine gesien.
Well, since you take us back to Omaruru, let's dive into.
Did I miss something? Is there an in joke here about Omaruru?
No.
It's just we didn't see it coming.
I thought maybe you're from Omaruru.
No, ek is van Katatura. It's a groot winkel. Ek en Frankie is daar so, een straat, Katatura.
Oh, okay.
Groot winkel.
Ek het ook 'n straat.
Het jy ook 'n straat?
Jy maar nie in Katatora nie.
Well, ook en ek sien die straat.
I drive that street every day.
In fact, I'm very proud of it that an aeroplane landed on my street in Windhoek. Did you know that?
No.
Safely, wonderfully. The pilot was fine, but it was on my street. So I can honestly say it's a runway.
So it was an emergency. It was an emergency.
It's a runway.
So it was one of those emergency landings.
It must have been, but it's right next to Eros Airport. So, but it's not a catwalk; it's a runway. Okay.
Right. I would like us to talk a bit more about your business in the tourism industry. We all know that the tourism industry was hit pretty hard by COVID this year. But I've got one question. I mean, growing up, you're a pretty tall lady. So
yes.
Growing up, you must have been on average taller than everybody else around you.
I couldn't find a boyfriend.
That's exactly what I wanted to ask.
My matric dance, the guy's head was leaning right in the middle of my chest. Shame. Shame.
I'm not sure if I should say shame or lucky guy.
I swear Michelle was born over a long weekend.
Oh, the jokes.
It's getting hot in here.
All right.
Wat sê die mense?
Okay, let's see what the community has to say. Omaruru is a beautiful town. They is Dilimeke.
Okay.
Vedikeyere, we got a very small percentage of American tourists. Glad that you are doing some work there to promote Namibia. That's from Vedikeyere. Braji Gontep, Michelle, you are such a beautiful soul from deep within. I love you for being just you. Oh, Maria, I love you too. You still are our daily mix show princess.
Hy koop gesig. Hy koop
Because
gesig.
tomorrow Michelle's not here.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Check this one out from Janice Tobias. She says, I met Michelle McLean when I was like 7.
Also.
Wat is hierdie 7 besigheid?
Listen, at a fun day, and she shook my hand. I only end up washing my hand because of COVID-19 rules. So.
Well, I'm glad you did, darling. I'm so glad you did.
So, for all these, you knew about COVID, and you never told us because she was 7 years old when she shook Michelle's hand.
So is jare wat sy hand nie gewas het nie. She was just with the one hand. Mutatio Carsten says, I was at Sonner Primary School when you came to Marienthal, Michelle. Tell your paparazzi to send me the pictures we took with you. There were no smartphones back then. Oh.
No. That was still, we had to go and develop the films,
yes.
Right? That's how long ago it was. And we wore Walkmans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yes. Walkmans.
Remember Walkmans?
Cassette.
Wow, looking at Michelle McLean's memories of 1992 when we all had NBC as our pride.
Okay.
So what are you trying to say about NBC?
It's not my handwriting, please.
Nee, ek vra jy nou wat daarso praat. Wie is hy?
It's Muhau Siboli.
Oh, Siboli.
He probably still works for NBC. Vedi is saying, no, not Vedi. Maria is mesmerized, says somebody here.
Who wouldn't be? We have a beauty queen in our
yeah. Roviera, Michelle, I just hope you are not promoting air conditioning.
Yes, I do.
Can you identify our fish? Looking at it?
A fish?
No, the joke. It's part of.
No, I'm so sorry. I missed that in joke. But I heard about the air conditioning. Yeah.
Yes.
But you need to do a roll down the dunes thing also in the sake of tourism.
Yeah, I dunes. I've
Is
got
it?
pictures of me skiing. There was a Frenchman who came out here to Swakopmund, and he was training in the summer months in Europe where he couldn't be on the snow. And I learned how to ski down a sand dune.
So you, apart from sandboarding, you can actually
Ski on 2 skis, yeah.
That means in there, sitting white people.
The problem
Oh,
is you
we
don't
are
have a ski
rolling.
lift to take you back up. You got to walk up that bloody sand dune. It's exhausting.
Michelle, we are rolling. Hoekom moet julle wat mense sit? Why must you go to that extent?
Why
must
would
you
I
go
want sand to be in my ears, my eyes, and every other orifice? I mean, why would I want that? Stay up. Yeah, no.
Michelle, do you, as a person, and we obviously see this, ons kyk net die na-kant. It's net die na-kant van Michelle.
Nah, I love that word. Nah.
It's net die na-kant van
Yeah,
Michelle.
yeah.
So I think between the three of us here, we've been doing the show now for quite some time. It's like 2 years. We've sort of discovered our good points, bad points. Ons weet wanneer raak
Like
jy
a
in 'n
family,
kwaad,
hey? Yeah.
as family know.
Yeah.
So ons ken nie daai kant van jou nie.
What triggers
Bad side. What's your?
Okay.
Ons wil hoor.
What?
I'm really an impatient person.
Okay.
And I've got to train myself. You know, if I want now,
Yeah.
it's a cup of coffee or whether it's a business.
Do you want a coffee right now?
No, you're fine. You're off the hook. I had 3 cups already this morning. Yeah, no, you're off the hook. It's fine. Yeah, I think
What
that's...
else?
What else? Gosh, I hate standing in queues. So I the fact that I can utilize my name sometimes to push up front.
Yeah.
It's a really
It's
bad
okay.
habit.
It's okay, Michelle. We know that one.
I
All of us sometimes suffer from that one.
you also got like
Not all of us.
Not us, please. No.
you never use your name. You
I-
never
We
ever
don't have
use
a
your name
name
to
to
step
use.
forward.
I use Neville's name.
Okay.
That gets me places sometimes.
Gets you places or gets you into trouble?
A little bit of both.
Because the last time I went out with Neville, I got into a lot of trouble. Wasn't it Katature? We went to some club. It was a couple of years ago.
It was a couple of years back.
Yeah,
I still remember, but they walk at the golf course.
Oh, there were many occasions.
Yeah,
yes,
there were many occasions.
Oh, yes, I used to have my golf day in Swakopmund
Yes.
every December.
Yes.
Your dad plays
Golfer. And you can imagine after a whole day of golf and every different hole, little watering hole as well with beers and schnapses. So by the end of the day, when I'm supposed to MC and give the prizes to everybody, I've already had a very long, fun day. No, I can still talk. I don't know if you can.
No, I can't.
Neville's a bad influence.
No.
Bad
And your hobbies? What do you do for fun?
Good question. Well, living in Miami is really cool. I mean, you get to, spend time on the beach, water sports. So for me, I'm not a very active person that way. I mean, I go for long walks and I do yoga, but I don't play tennis and I don't play like a sport, I've never been like that. My dad tried to get me into athletics, and that's why when I saw Frank run in the Olympic Games, and I thought, geez, he makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
But damn, it's a lot of work. And to be a sports person, I mean,
Ek het vir Frankie weghardloop toe ons kinders was.
You were scared of him. That's why.
That's why you ran away. That's a good one.
It's the fastest person you can get away from. Oh my God.
Sy is nie meer my brand nie, Michelle. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so my dad tried to get me into athletics and that didn't work. Then he also played tennis and that didn't work. We got coaches for me, that didn't work. Then there was golf. And that's why I don't play at my own golf days because I'm shocking. So I'm a great caddy. So unfortunately I'm not as sporty as I would like to be.
Do you get recognized? I mean, I imagine walking around here, everybody obviously recognizes you, but do you get that in the USA as well?
No, I'm a Z-list celebrity in the Z list. you got so many fantastic celebrities in America. You know what I mean? They're your movie stars. I mean, But so it was interesting going to America and not being recognized. And it was a bit of an ego slap, cosmic slap. But I got used to it. And so did my husband, Gary, because Gary Bailey is obviously a Manchester United goalkeeper, and he was well known on SuperSport in South Africa. So we were like this golden couple that lived in South Africa, and then we moved to America, and all of a sudden you walk into a restaurant or a bank, and you're not getting the same amount of attention.
You're not jumping queues.
Yes. No, we can't jump queues in America. No. So it's like a change of lifestyle, because you don't get recognized. You know, you're a nobody.
Yeah, just for information's sake, and it's just important that the whole Namibia knows it out there, is that I can proudly say that I officiated the official reception of the wedding of Michelle McLean and Gary Bailey.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Gary was very impressed with you, I must say.
No, Michelle, I must say, and periodically I would still, me and Gary would like email each other back and forth.
Yes.
But it was really a pleasure, to have the opportunity to host your wedding, because it was such a joyous occasion, and to see such beautiful people joining in holy matrimony. How is Gary doing?
He is fantastic. He got a very similar job to what he did at SuperSport in South Africa. So he commentates soccer at a TV station in Miami, and he does commentary on Spanish and South American soccer. And so he's just really enjoying life. I mean, we're both motivational speakers, so we've been traveling together as well, which is great. Nice. But life has been good to us, and we moved with our 4 kids, so they all have studied at universities and they're all getting great jobs. It's just the opportunities that America has to offer that we've been thrilled about.
Cubies, ek weet nie of jy enige footage van Gary Bailey gesien het nie.
As a goalkeeper?
A goalkeeper.
No, I was 7.
My broer.
No, with Gary, you weren't even born yet. Sorry. sorry, Gary.
Jy moet gaan Google nie. Dit is nog daai ou tyd se die lang hare.
Yes.
Dan moet jy daai shotjie check out. Daai goalkeeper.
We tease him all the time. The shortest of shorts.
Daai shotjies nee. Almost look guys. Dirkas, jy onthou daai ou lyk soos daai ou jelly shotjies. It was that Gary had those.
It just covered the jewels.
Yeah? It just covered the jewels. You're right. But he was such a good goalkeeper back in the day, and
he could jump, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there are pictures of him. He's like a kangaroo. I don't know where he got that power from.
I only remember him with his suit on SuperSport. Yeah. I didn't see him in his playing days.
Yeah. That's my reference.
That was way before my time. Let's read some more comments here.
I'm getting worried. Should we?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you want to do that?
Brianna, people love you.
Brianna is asking, Michelle, do your children speak Afrikaans as well?
Yes, they do, because they left teenagers. Yeah. So I've got one son, Luke, and then I've got 3 stepchildren. And now I'm also a grandma. I've got 2 grandchildren.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Gary's daughter had 2 daughters, so I'm a step grandma, but nobody calls me grandma. I'm way too young. I'm in my 40s. So that's what we do.
Okay, here's another interesting one from Estomich, right? Morning, y'all. Michelle, before I tell you how I know you, I want you to pronounce my name. You always struggle with 5 times. Shared a runway with you. Sweet, humble, down to earth, Michelle.
Oh my gosh, I've shared a runway with so many people. I couldn't pronounce their names.
Asseblief.
Is it
Estonia?
No, that's
Why wouldn't I be able to?
Her name is Estomich. We just call her Estonia. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there have been many times, and Neville knows this from her Namibia pageant, that I couldn't get some of the names right. Yeah. And I'll be honest, because I don't speak Oshavambo or, I do struggle with some of the names. But we try our best.
Yeah. Well, she's a super fan. She mentions you quite a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
A real Michelle fan,
I also struggle with the names in the comment section here. Ricky Klassen, Walalapo from the Smile of Africa.
Aleppo.
Yeah.
You said it better than him.
I am Michelle McLean representing Namibia. Remember that like yesterday.
Oh, see, not the age of 7.
Yeah. Sublime.
Clotilde Stephanus Isley. Oof. I'm watching from Germany, Hanover. I am 1.8, but you inspired me so much. Was always comfortable with my height. Love you.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
Must be proud of it.
Maxwell Shihero, goeiemorgen my mense. Can we please keep the camera on the two beautiful ladies for the rest of the show, please?
Hey, gaan
You
jy
guys
man.
including me?
Gaan.
Q en Neville, ons kan julle maar môre sien, gents.
That's lovely.
Julle check ons hier. Michelle, let's maybe just get back to the conversation a little bit. This year came, with the pandemic that of course hit the entire planet. It disrupted everybody's plans for the year. You are used to traveling all over the place. How did this affect your business, your recreational life and so on?
Oh, very good question. And I think you're right. Nobody has, got away with being affected by this, business-wise, personally, in their lives. I was hit pretty hard because I started my safari company, the marketing and tourism company in the States, literally a month before COVID hit.
What?
So just setting everything up, I got all my clients here to represent. I got all my clients. I had tours booked already from the States, and that really imploded. But what I saw was that how everybody got together in the tourism industry, and even from a distance in Miami, I was part of Zoom meetings and conversations, with government and my, the embassy, Namibian embassy in Washington D.C., to try and find ways that Namibia could, take this opportunity, to make sure that we can get through this together. It has been hard for everybody. In America, this is the difference, you see. In America, so many people with their businesses got forgivable loans.
Okay.
And individuals, as a resident or citizen, would get a certain stipend from the government. And then when I looked at this, I realized my life wasn't as bad as so many other people that were hit so hard here in Namibia, because there's no subsidies. There was no helping hand here for any businesses necessarily and individuals. So for me, I looked at my life and I feel that I was so grateful for what I had, but I, tried to help as many people here in Namibia as we could through the Children Trust, through being able to voice out about tourism. And what I can do is I can promote Namibia in America, bring tourists here, make sure that they know how beautiful our country is, and that safaris are the best here in Namibia. That's my job now, is to make sure that I can help the economy by bringing visitors here. And I hope everybody out there realizes that as well. Promote Namibia, be positive about Namibia. Let's not be negative, because unfortunately in hard times it's difficult not to be negative, but we've got to have hope, and we've got to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because this too shall pass. So we have to get through it and realize that sometimes when things like this happen, I think in the world and also in our personal lives, if we have a moment to reflect, and which it gave us. COVID gave me an opportunity to reflect. I had to pivot my business. So I went back to pageant and modeling training. So now that's why I'm doing a workshop tonight. In America, I had to put my safari company on hold for a while, because I realized it'll take many, many more months to come right. But, so see these hardships as opportunities to grow, even though it is hard for us. I know I'm speaking like a motivational speaker, and everyone's going, oh yeah,
I think
that's necessary.
Once we all have this platform, there is a level of motivational speaking that we do, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally. It becomes part of who we are.
Well, we got to keep up the hope, and that's why sometimes I don't feel like getting out of bed. I'm a regular human being. I don't want to get out of bed.
Donkey.
Got a bad hair day.
Oh, donkey.
But you've just got to keep motivated. Pick yourself up as soon as you can, and just keep going.
Oh, yeah. And that means a lot.
You don't look like you have a bad hair day, though.
Oh,
You look
this is-
amazing.
You heard it from Michelle.
We will never hear the end of this.
Never.
Then on the other hand, he doesn't even have to worry about a bad hair day. I'm sorry, Neville.
Cheese.
The shiny one.
I tell you, Michelle, people would sometimes ask me, Neville, if you had, the option again, either to go cheese, this is what we call it. Cheese cop. In Karatura, we call it
cheese cop.
Yeah. Because you know what? If it's cleanly shaven, it feels like you're rubbing over, cheese. Yeah. So if you would go either cheese cop or would you want to have your hair back? Nah.
Never?
I love my cheese cop.
Really?
Oh, I love it.
But you look so handsome like that.
Thank you,
Honestly, I can't imagine you with hair.
No, I love
Just
Actually, now that
be
you
honest
mention it,
about
I also don't think I can imagine Neville with hair. I don't remember a time that you had hair on your head.
Neville is balding. Let's just. Can you just be honest about that?
No, he's not
He's
balding.
chosen to do
Grow
this.
it
been
back
balding.
if you want it.
Ons het nie vir jou gevra. Ja, asseblief. No, I got a little helipad right here.
Oh, really?
Sunroof.
I've also got one. I've got an indentation from when I did a fashion show once. They pulled my hair into a high ponytail so tight
What?
that when I took it out at the end of the night, it pulled all my hair out from the top part of my head.
What?
So
Wow.
I've got like a little indentation here. There's no hair there. It's a bald spot.
Okay.
You
But
see, that's
Michelle,
what people didn't know about me.
Yeah, well, we just learned.
So tall, we won't be able to see
Exactly. I don't have to worry about it.
from the first floor. Wat sê die mense?
Comments. All right, Braji Contep, I see all the Bonfries are storming Google about who's Michelle McLean.
As waar.
Are those the Zennials?
Yes, those are the
Okay,
Zennials.
Zennials. Fantastic.
No, don't lie to my 10-year-olds know who Michelle is.
You told them last night.
No, actually, but kids have this projects now where they like, do presentation or your role model or your idol, Namibian idol, and I think that's why.
Dankie asseblief.
Not a chance. Did you know that I met him in my year as Miss Universe? And he just went bang, been the first lady.
Melania.
Oh,
I think I would give Michelle.
But I had enough integrity to never, ever, ever date him.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
You live in Miami, which I perceive because Miami, Florida,
Red State.
Red State, because
yeah.
because a lot of the Cuban immigrants, that's obviously where they set foot.
Yes.
So there must be a strong following for Trump.
Very strong.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it surprises me that it is the Cubans, the minority groups, that would actually,
Exactly.
think that he's a great guy. But politics for me is it's been a hard couple of years now, and I'm so glad it's behind us.
Yeah.
We can move forward now.
You can breathe a little.
We felt it from all the way over here.
I know. The rest of the world was so affected by this.
Yeah.
And you realize how powerful America is. And that if things aren't going right in America, it's pretty shaky around the world. They feel very insecure if things aren't going right in America. But I think we're on the right track now.
So I'm now curious because you're in Miami, so you have warm weather there. You have the beaches there that are warmer than ours. What is the selling point for Namibia? What do Americans? Because we don't see a lot of American tourists here. I don't.
That's what we got to change. That's what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
Just
So
get out there and do
What
it.
is the selling point? I mean, foreigners. What do they want to see? What do international tourists want to see?
Many people have come to Africa on safari, and it's been very sort of generic. You see the big five. You can go to Botswana and South Africa, and many people know Botswana and South Africa and not Namibia. Namibia's selling point always was the iconic desert, right? There's so much more to Namibia to explore. We've got the big five. We've got the Zambezi region up north. We've got all these different regions. We've got the desert elephant, the desert lion. We've got the best rhino conservation, in the world.
And cheetah, I believe, right?
And cheetah, yeah.
And the cats and all the the wonderful foundations that look after conservation. So we've got so much to offer in that respect that I could talk endlessly, to when I do my presentations in America to groups, to travel agents, but mostly to at events. They say, okay, you can stop now because I carry on and on.
Yeah.
But you were asking, what is the selling point of Namibia? And it's the diversity of our country. You can go from a part of the country to another part, and the fact that we are, we only have 2.2 million people here. So this is the perfect time now, after post-COVID, for everybody to feel comfortable traveling to our country. Not only is it safe, but it's safe distancing as well. Yes. So people are not keen, especially Americans, to go to Europe at the moment because it's too congested.
Yep. Yeah.
So this is the perfect country to come visit.
Fresh air.
Yeah. Well,
natural.
There we go.
Shines, can I read a comment that's directed at you here?
Yes, actually, I saw it and I wanted to read.
It's from Des van Beek. He says, Shines, Michelle ain't rah-rah her English though.
I saw it.
Shines has an American accent.
Oh, really?
He's our young American in the studio.
You didn't vote for Trump, did you? Gosh.
Des regtig waar, seriously.
Los toch vir asylum uit.
So jy moes nou daar gaan vandag, Des. Seriously. Now Shines grew up in the United States for a while.
Okay.
So
where did you grow up?
In Miami,
What? In Miami?
Yeah. That could have been neighbors.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. It's up the road from me.
So what actually was Shines actually trying to tell you. So when he starts speaking, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I come from America.
Yeah.
United States of America.
Yeah. So the thing is, there's this running joke on our show whenever Shine speaks that he rah-rahs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I've got that.
So now you as a Namibian, obviously
living in the States.
Yeah. Now they make this comparison.
Lost
julle vir Shines uit, nee? Yeah. Leave Shines alone. Was my bra uit.
It's okay, no is hulle besig met my ook. I'm not going to read your comment if you're making fun of me. It's alright, Makwa van Makwa, if I get a chance to shake the hands with Michelle, I won't wash my hands for the following 3 weeks.
No. That's against these COVID rules.
Yeah. Jy moet jou hande sanitize. Malcolm Tobias. Everybody but Q got a compliment. Muni warini boss. Music heals.
That's a good one. Music does heal.
Alright, there's Michelle Top Lady for real. I love her. Perfect example for many Namibian women. Which brings me to something that I did want to sort of throw on the table, because we are struggling, especially with SGBV in this country. You are a role model to many, not just ladies, even some of the young boys sort of look up to the brand that you have built and how far you have taken your brand. So what advice would you give some of these youngsters?
Well, firstly, educate yourself. It is really important that you give yourself that opportunity. As best as you can, and be able to follow your dreams, but be realistic about them as well. So you've asked me 2 questions here. So
Yes.
one is, once again for you as a young person to realize you can't have everything done for you.
Yeah.
You've got to go out there and actually do the work. It takes work, determination. You've got to get up. And you've really got to have the courage to get out there to do it. Even if you don't achieve what you think, if you have a dream and you don't achieve, there's a reason why you have to keep going and why you have to work so hard to achieve your goals. And you're saying, like, what is it about, there's so much controversy in our country about, young people and finding jobs and creating jobs. I do think once again it goes back to education, and that's why I started the Michelle McLean Children Trust. Is that without, having the knowledge, you can't make those choices for yourself, the right choices, and that really is it. When I look at what the Children Trust has done over the years, it's about empowering young people to be the leaders for tomorrow, and so once again it goes back to education.
Some more comments. Okay.
Lees my broer. Lees.
So many
Yo,
people here
Ja.
daar's 'n lang ene daarso.
But
No, I can see the comments.
SS to me, you know,
Yeah, nee,
she,
net
she
sê,
writes,
dis 'n lang
she writes
lys.
mini essays every morning for us. She says, I was Connie and Mary Reynolds' girl. You helped improve my catwalk. I did a show that you and Steve hosted. My favorite was the Mnet Festival in the Coast you hosted, and you finally could pronounce my name. It was funny. Thanks for what you did and do. Yes, you are an A-list celebrity. You are the it girl. Still
Stay girl.
for Miss Universe. If it was not for the sweet Miss Maritz, Mary, and you, I would not have the life I have now.
Oh, what a beautiful message. Yes, I have to agree. Connie Maritz, who runs and owns the Miss Namibia pageant, was the reason why I got involved in modeling, and Mary Reynolds as well. And then from there, I was able to enter the Miss Namibia pageant and win Miss Universe. So without them in my life, me too, absolutely.
Yeah. Praji, Maria sal vandag nie kan slap nie. What a beautiful comment from most beautiful lady to the next.
I agree. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Now I understand what.
Yeah,
what you mean.
it was my hair and it was my beauty.
It's important for women to recognize the beauty in other women as
you.
well.
Excellent.
It's got to be like a mirror, you know? Yes.
And looking at you is like a mirror.
Oh, lovely. Me too. I feel the same. I feel it.
Neville, you're one good-looking brother, my friend.
Oh, there we go. They were feeling lonely.
There's something about your chest.
I lost my alles.
Seen you out of shirt the other day.
Oh, no.
So you are my type of guy.
Now you got me worried. Oh my gosh.
I believe you're Shams Billy. All right.
Oh goodness.
Where is the workshop that you're doing?
At the bowling club. At where Ace Models is, and it's tonight between 6 and 9.
Is it open to the public? I mean, just
Yes, it
for
has
people
been.
That, all right,
I've been promoting it on Instagram and Facebook. Yes, it's open. There are going to be a lot of the finalists that have entered for the Miss Namibia pageant 2021.
Wow.
That will be, we're going through the walking techniques, the interview skills, personal statement, and I'm also going to be speaking about social media and how you need to manage your social media as a person who has an image in society, especially. And there's a lot of social media bullying going on. So, and when it comes to the pageant time as well, people will make comments about, oh, she's not pretty enough to enter, or she's not tall enough, or, so it's helping them deal with social media and create the longevity in your career in the beauty industry. Because once you put something out there, we know it's forever. And that goes for anybody. One day you're going to have to go for a job interview or whatever, and they do a bit of a background check on you, and there you were, showing half-naked selfies or something like that. And it just, you got to think about your image, your brand. You were talking about brand earlier.
Of course, yeah.
And it's about the longevity of what you really want to put out there into the world. Is it a positive image?
And I'm so glad you touched on that. I mean, last year I wrote an editorial because we saw like one of the ugliest bullying that was happening, cyberbullying for the girls that had entered Miss Namibia, and that was largely because
Hey, that's true, eh?
remember that incident
I
last
remember that
year?
as
Yes,
well.
that was it was horrific. So and I think. Well, I think it's safe to say everybody here in the studio is past a certain age. Maybe we were lucky when we were going through our teens that we didn't have social media. So we were shielded largely from, I don't know, I think from stuff that can come and haunt you years later. So it's
true.
Yes. So
I would have been in terrible trouble now with those pictures that go out there.
All of us.
Okay,
all of us.
Good. I'm not alone.
Yes. So perhaps for people that can't make it to tonight, just a little bit what about how do you use social media responsibly in this 21st century where access to information apart from everybody's on social media. Everybody wants to say something, has something to say, wants to show something. How do you use social media responsibly?
Okay, well, I think my message to the individuals that I work with in my seminars and workshops is, yes, you're right. The youth of today are faced with this huge dilemma of social media. It can be used for a positive for positive purposes, to show and express and educate people about things, but it also can, as you say, bring people down.
Yeah.
When you're using your own social media, you've got to think about how you want your legacy to be presented for the rest of your life. So as a young person, you might not worry about it now. You're 14 years old, you're doing half-naked selfies. But one day you're going to be a businesswoman, a mother, a woman in society that needs to have respect. And if you want respect, you've got to give respect, right?
Exactly.
But the other thing about that is people who bully, and you must remember this, if you respond, those people are cowards. They are not in your face telling you what they think or
True.
They are cowards, and you've got to treat them as such.
Yes.
And do not fuel the fire. Do not give don't give them airtime.
Yeah.
Try and stamp it out before it becomes why engage in a conversation that is negative and put fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
So I would say in those situations, and I hope that schools take this seriously as well, step in and stop the bullying if it's happening on a larger scale, because the suicide rates have gone up worldwide, not only in high school and universities, it's actually happening in middle school already.
Come on.
10-year-olds, 7-year-olds, not being liked, not having friends because of social media. So it is a very important topic to talk about. And I wish, not just in my seminars and workshops, but in my motivational talks, I do that in America, and I do it here when I'm visiting the schools, and at my school, Michelle McLean Primary School. But we need more people to be policing that in society so that these kids don't fall prey to this terrible bullying.
Yes.
Now, if somebody misses the event for tonight, is there other things that you're busy with in the upcoming weeks?
Oh, so I'm here. You mean besides the workshop tonight?
Yeah.
So they'll learn, like I said, interview skills, walking techniques. The rest of my week has been mostly about tourism and visiting my various partners in my tourism company, speaking to stakeholders in Namibia to find out how they would like me to promote Namibia to America. And they've asked me the questions as well. What do Americans want?
Yeah.
And so I'm able to engage in those conversations.
Okay, that's nice.
So it's really exciting because I'm getting to go back with valuable information to sell Namibia to Americans. And
the people who are sitting with this, lodges and stuff, recreational facilities that tourists might want to visit, how do they get in touch with you or your business?
Well, they can visit our website, Africa's Finest Safaris. But we are a marketing and tourism company, a PR company, basically. So we're not tour operators.
Yeah.
So we represent tour operators and lodges and many different places throughout Namibia, the conservancies as well, and all their philanthropic projects that many of these lodges have. We represent everybody. So if you want to speak to us about doing your PR and your marketing in the United States and globally, because I speak globally, then come and visit us. But basically what my job is to promote Namibia first as a destination. So, I like to work closely with NTB. I like the fact that they support me in doing that, because if people don't know about Namibia as a destination, well then, all the other opportunities here, the conservancies making, at least getting help, the lodges getting visitors, that's not going to work. So we need to promote Namibia as a destination to the rest of the world.
Okay, now I've got a, was it last month? The last month or the month before? So Lyra was made our
tourism ambassador.
There was talk about it though.
So, and I think the question on everybody's lips at the time, I went through the comments, everybody's like, wasn't Michelle McLean available? So were you not available?
Why a non-Namibian national when we
non-Namibian?
have Namibians who can do the job?
Well, that came up in a conversation. I've always been an ambassador for Namibia, whether it's official or not.
Yeah.
I will always be, whether I get that official title or not. But I am very excited to be a Namibian and to be able to do the work that I do to promote Namibia as a destination. I can't make comments about why another person was brought in. So really, but I think it's about, we need to get more Namibians that have high profiles, whether they're business people, sports people, to be brought in as brand ambassadors.
Yes.
I wouldn't be able to do this job on my own.
Yes.
I'd love a team around me. And in fact, I've found a few Namibians in America and around the world that we can start talking to and say, let's have a conversation around how do we collectively promote Namibia as a destination, so that we have the similar narrative, the same story. And we're obviously all proud of Namibia.
Of course.
But we need to have, and the right support, obviously, from the Ministry of Tourism and from the NTB. So it's about that. Let's get more Namibians out there with high profiles to represent Namibia.
Okay, let me just divert a little bit here. I see your Wikipedia page lists you as a Namibian actress.
Yes, I've tried to change it so many times.
Is it okay?
And by the way, I was an ice skater in one of those movies.
Yes,
you see what? Castles, ice castles.
What?
Is that where it came from?
Well, I don't know. Who put that there?
No, leave it. Leave it.
I don't even ice skate.
Leave it.
She was an extra and now she's an extra.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what movies I was an extra in, okay? But I did spend some time in Hollywood. I spent 3 years there.
Okay.
And let me tell you, that's why I came back to Namibia and South Africa, and I decided to do TV presenting because I was like, I'm not able to do this. This is scary stuff.
No, I can believe. I can imagine. I mean, just the stuff that you hear about.
Yes, and it's true. The Weinsteins and all of that.
The Weinstein, that's just what I wanted to say. I would listen to the accounts of, of these women. The stuff that they have to go through, whether they give into it or not.
Yes.
But just the attempt, the type of culture around Hollywood is actually scary.
Yes. Yeah. No. Whatever's been said out there is absolutely true. It's been tough. I mean, I was in audition situations in America where I can honestly say there were 300 girls waiting outside, and I'd go into an audition, read for a part, but they would make me read for a very risque part of the movie. But I said, I'm here to be the waitress. Why am I now the pole dancer? And they would say, listen, honey, if we tell you to read this part of the script, you're going to read it for us, because there are 300 girls waiting out there, or 299
for that
would do anything for this job. So if you're going to waste our time, then you can leave now. And then after a couple of those kind of auditions, I decided this is not for me.
Okay.
Too much. I wasn't hungry enough to be an actress, and I don't blame or judge anyone for trying to do what they need to do to be famous. But it just wasn't for me.
Or not hungry, but also part not wanting to compromise your principles.
Yes. But then again, I don't want to be judging other people. Just because they did it doesn't mean that they compromised. But for me, it didn't work for me. Yeah.
All right, let's check out some more comments. Braji Gontep. I wonder who the pilot was who landed his plane on Michelle McLean's street.
Yes, please.
Any idea?
Please, let us know. I've always wanted to find out.
Maria, would you like to come in there?
It might have been Maria's boyfriend on his broom.
What?
Now this is a running joke. Now this is a stale. Don't waste Michelle's time with it, please.
I will waste Michelle's time on this.
Is he a pilot?
Yeah, there's this running joke on our show that Maria's got a new love in her life.
Ooh.
Now, this guy is so mysterious that we just assume that he's a pilot.
I don't know where the assumption came from, Michelle. Your guess is as good as mine.
A pilot for Katima Airways. That's why he'll be flying on the brooms. Okay, let's keep it moving.
I thought it was a Halloween prank.
Ngwatenge Shipuku. And I fully agree with Michelle with regards to Namibians getting involved in marketing Namibia as a top tourist destination. Davu Nunyango, some high profiles would want money for that. Maximus Instigator, Holy Boy. For those that are into military affairs, they can stream live on Ministry of Defense and Veterans Affairs. What are you talking about, my guy?
What is your story?
That was so sidetracked.
Yeah.
Guys,
Right.
behave.
But you're just glad the attention's off you now and your boyfriend. I am very inquisitive now,
I
okay?
had my boyfriend in studio wanted to set the record straight. Just by
Is it gonna come on his broom or with a car?
Landing in.
Oh, that's funny.
Michelle, stay please. I want to work for you. Do you have a PA or a coffee boy or someone to bring you that file? I am ready. I will walk like a cat if you want me to carry you.
Like a cheetah. Like a cheetah.
If you want me to catwalk, I'll walk like a cat.
No, you know what? I do my own jobs. I make my own coffee. I do my own admin work.
So you're not a diva?
No, I can be a diva. I can throw my toys out the cart. When I need help, I, especially with social media, I've just found somebody really incredible in Namibia that's going to help me with my international social media. I think that's one thing because that's part of your business. People don't realize, you know, looking after your image, that's part of my business that I'm really not a fay with. I mean, I'm so bad at technology. It's just not even funny. So I need help with that. But anything else I can pretty much do. My hair, my makeup, obviously not make my own clothes.
To dress yourself.
I wanted to ask about the makeup because almost everybody that has worked with you, they always say, like, Michelle does her own makeup. Nobody touches Michelle's face but Michelle.
No, that's not entirely true. I'm artist and hairstylist that I go to just to enjoy being treated. I don't like it necessarily.
Oh, okay. Ask Michelle if she works with Bahati's project.
To her a few times. I'm very proud of what she's done for Namibia and the rhino conservation. She is one of those Namibians that can do so much for our country promoting it, and she does. So I'm glad that she's taken, the rhino by the horn, so to say, and has done an incredible job. But I would love to work with her. So I've reached out to her, and let's see what we can do in the future together. Since we're both in the United States, maybe the NTB can help me reach out, and we can do something dual together for Namibia.
That would be really amazing.
Oh, Digo!
Jonah B. Flow, Michelle, please, I want your social media handle. Please, I would like to follow you to see all that you do.
Michelle McLean Official on Instagram.
That's simple. Jonah B. Maxwell Shihero. All right, Michelle, do you have a particular diet and exercise regimen? You look great. It's like yesterday, right? I was telling my friends because I was also excited. It's like, oh, guys, we're interviewing Michelle McLean tomorrow. She even rocked up at the studio today. And then the one goes, oh, did she become fat? I'm like, no, she still looks exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Did she become fat?
Thank you for the compliment.
How do you keep that up? Is it diet and exercise, a little bit of both, just good genes?
It's everything in moderation. One has to be healthy, and it's not about being thin. And that's what I tell young ladies who enter Miss Namibia. It's not about being the prettiest body, the best, the most perfect body. It's about being healthy and looking after the assets that you have. Exercise is very important. The balance between a good diet, eating right, not eating fast foods all the time. I also have McDonald's from time to time, but if I had to live on it, yes, I wouldn't, be healthy.
Of course.
So it's all about everything in moderation. And I'm sure you agree as well. You've got incredible physique.
Oh, stop it.
We can put a crown on your head right now. How's that? 2021.
Julia Goy says, our beauty queen Michelle, I'm so proud of what you're doing for Namibia. You really are a gem, a rare breed. Bless your beautiful, compassionate heart.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
Cubis, I'm very shocked today that our viewers out there, that really behaving today.
I think
I
that's
mean,
fast struck as
they
well.
insist the three of us every
On a daily
day.
basis.
And I mean, now that Michelle is here in the studio, I mean, it's
all
just the
nice, man.
nicest
And
words.
they don't behave when we have guests, so I'm pleasantly surprised.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what I did. Maybe I cast a spell on them.
No, for sure.
Asino Kambikiti, one of our listeners from Belgium. Q, ask if Michelle is Mr. Bailey.
Only with high heels on. No, he's 6'2" and I'm 6'1" without heels.
Okay.
No, okay, now you speak American terms. What is 6.2?
Shines, what is 6'1"?
183 centimeters.
Very
Yes.
tall.
183.
Yes,
No, that's tall.
it's 6
Yeah.
foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
Okay, I saw this.
So I'm 1.78.
No. I'm 1.75 and you and I are the same height.
Khanji.
Hey, I'm taller than both of y'all.
But we shrink as we get older, so you can't keep saying that. And now that I'm almost 50, I might even be like under 6 foot. I don't know.
When are you turning 50?
In actually 2 years' time. Yeah.
In 2 years'
So
time.
next year I'll be 49, and
Okay.
then we're gonna have a big party. You can come and MC that party.
I'll be there.
Yeah,
Miami.
Miami. Now I'm gonna have the party here in Namibia.
Nee, toch.
Yeah.
Oh,
When I bring all those Americans to come over and have safari, we'll have a big safari party.
wow.
He was looking forward to pulling an SAU in Miami.
Oh yeah. Then you have to go salsa dancing. Salsa dancing.
One over there, one over here, one over there. Yeah.
Damon is saying Maria is blushing so hard, she looks like a red light at the robots.
So now you guys are misbehaving again.
Yes.
I can't.
We spoke too soon. Jonah B, I love this radio station, Michelle, for trying to put Namibia on the map. Keep pushing all the way from South Africa. Namibia is our motherland. One love.
Oh, great.
Woman of substance, our own from Jeanette Cabanello. Thank you. Tell your brother to clear his eyesight. Wait, what?
Huh?
What?
Okay.
No.
Gonna move on like that.
Too much
Didn't even
coffee. Too much coffee in the morning. It'll do it to you.
Sheesh. Wie is hij?
Oh, they're talking to each other.
Oh, they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you guys must stop having conversations on the show. Okay, Sonia Veithira, my ever best Namibia and universe, and still keeping Namibia on the map are incredible, Michelle.
Oh, sweet.
Clever day. Michelle, are you married? Yes. Just
We're talking about my husband. Yes. It's almost
No.
six now.
No.
Yeah?
He's asking, are you happily married?
Ah,
I think that is
Are
what
you
he
married?
wants
Are
to.
you very married?
I'm gonna stay married. Yes, I'm gonna stay very married.
Janice, we are not going to show our bad manners as a belief.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michelle, I am in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh wow.
Most of the time. I can take the train to Miami.
We go back to I'm very, very married.
Don't worry.
But thank you.
Ek het mos net gevra. I was just asking and asking.
Levi,
You don't ask, you don't get, right?
Yeah.
Levi is here from Keetmansuka. Daar sit 'n mooi vrou. Hoe kan ons aangaan, Neville? Ons sit in bewonder ons net self.
Okay. You got that, Michelle?
Jy maak my tog klaar met die
Did you
Afrikaans.
get that?
Yes, no, I understood. But what were they trying to say to you?
No. They try to say that there's a beautiful woman.
So we will behave.
So
we'll behave.
We'll behave.
You're not
I thought they
Afrikaans,
meant
are
you. No, I'm not Afrikaans, but I understand it. Niet al praat.
Okay.
Net
A lot of
so.
people. So a
Hoeveel-
lot of where your parents are both Namibian. I'm
Yes,
assuming.
so my dad's Scottish background and my mom's German.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Afrika.
Nee, daar's
Michelle
geen
is nie
slap
Afrikaans
ogen.
nie, hoor.
Daar's niks boer in Michelle nie.
Yeah.
Can you construct one sentence maybe in Afrikaans?
In Afrikaans.
Yeah, like how far can you speak of?
Because I haven't practiced it for a while, it's pretty difficult. But
Nee?
give me, just talk a little bit of Afrikaans
Gaan
to me.
het goed, Michelle?
Baie goed met my.
Hoe,
Baie dankie.
Wat beplan jy om vandag te doen?
Ek het laat ek dink. Ek moet bietjie ontbyt eet na die tyd.
Ja.
Of my vriendin sien.
Okay.
En dan sal ek oor toerisme praat. Okay? Oor toerisme.
Toerisme.
Toerisme?
Ja.
Okay, daar sê. Ek het nou 'n nuwe woord geleer.
Toerisme.
Baie dankie.
Ja, okay.
Better than I do. So.
Yeah, definitely.
But I haven't even practiced this for months and months and months. That's not fair. But I don't mind being teased about it because, because it is important. And I love the different languages that we have in our country. It's so diverse. And the different cultures. So, maar toerisme is nou my nuwe woord. Toerisme.
Vedike, Michelle, your personality is as beautiful as you. What a package. Estomi is here still. Michelle, will there ever be a new Miss Namibia Miss Universe? And why haven't we had one in a long time? We kind of touched on this at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Ronnie the Magnet.
Ag asseblief.
Niet Janie.
What do you want?
Waar is hy? Iets gecomment is. I think there was a reply to him.
Ronnie, shut up.
Ronnie, you're not the star today.
He had his moment in the sun.
Yeah.
It's like having to scroll through the comments to find something that
it's
actually
a lot of comments as I see here.
So, don't
these people work?
They
do. Hello, they are working at the moment.
Are they working?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of them by like 9:30 they're like, guys, I have a meeting to go to. Please wrap up the
So nobody books meetings at all until
we're done with the show.
Okay.
And speaking of, we have to wrap up in about 3 minutes as well. Daar komen ander Duitser in the studio and you don't play with German time.
Vorsprung, die Michelle, it's really been...
That's worse than my tourisme.
Vorsprung.
Durch Techniek.
Vorsprung der Techniek.
Da sei.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
but the first...
Oh, goodness me.
The first German words I heard in my lifetime was obviously first pornography that I was exposed to was German.
Wait, what?
Nee, ek sê net.
At the age of what? 7?
It's my point of reference.
Hopefully not.
My first pornographic movie I saw was, I think I was about 16, 17. The first words I learned there was, mach schnell! Schnell, das viel Guten!
It's known around the world.
Yeah.
It's known around the world. Germans have been known for that around the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ja, aber mach Guten! Ja.
Oh, goodness.
Michelle, it's really been a pleasure to have you in the studio.
On that note, are we leaving on that note?
Yeah.
Seriously? Seriously?
Before Cubase take us down that rabbit hole even further, you understand? I always try to keep the morals up here in the studio because these two, I mean, they just take me down the gutter. So I'm really, I'm the adult here in the studio. So that's why I'm really trying to keep,
I don't want to be grown up. I don't know why you want to be grown up. I want to be a children again. Children's,
nee?
Ja.
Children's. Is waar, nee? Is waar.
En
if kijk, I see those comments there.
Ik wil even op de screen kijken. We're not gonna leave the studio if we continue
lees nog 5 comments, dan gaan ons. Vinnig.
Keep it clean.
Right. Okay, Michelle's Afrikaans is like Maria's. The Afrikaans has left the room.
That is 100% true.
We have something in common.
Emilia McGorgeous, so you are not Afrikaner, but you are white and Namibian. Are you... Wait? Are you Afrikaans?
Nee.
we established you can still be white in Namibia and not be Afrikaans.
It's like white people say all black people look the same. We all don't look the same.
Ooh. Oh. But you can't say all white people. No.
That's what I'm trying to tell him. It's like not all white people speak Afrikaans.
Exactly.
Mugu.
All right, guys, let's wrap up. We really have to go now. Our time is almost up. Michelle, is there anything that you would like to share with us before we let you go?
Well, I want to say thank you for having me here. I had so much fun. Really, really. It's I think the funnest interview that I've ever done. And just keep up the positivity in Namibia. I'm so proud of this country, and I'm so proud to be out there as a Goodwill ambassador. So thank you. Thanks for having me, and thanks for the support that I get in Namibia, because without them I couldn't do the job and representing Namibia that I do.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you for all the work that you do for this country. And thank you for getting me 200 new Instagram followers with a picture I'm going to take afterwards.
She needs to sign the wall.
I love the way you operate. You're an operator.
Yes. We're all getting pictures with Michelle.
All right, guys, the rest of you enjoy the day and don't go anywhere. There's still a lot more to come on Informanté Radio. It is a Wednesday. Hannes Kaufman and Tatenawanes joining you between 12 and 1 for another live stream on the Informanté Radio Facebook page. And then, of course, Dirk Kleinschmidt joining you guys between 2 and 6. Dirkas? 2 and 5. Yes, that's also here on Informanté Radio. You can stream us all day, www.informante.web.na. You can, of course, also get all your news updates on that website. Ek is klaar. Kan ons chip.
Wil jy nog iets sê, Maria? Op die laaste.
Have a lekker day.
Have a nice day.
There you go, mile away. Bye. Ciao, guys.
Ciao, guys.
Bye.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9, Monday to Friday.
The Morning Mix.
LifeSave guarantees the growth of an individual's savings over a period of time. With guaranteed 8.5% compound interest rates per year, making your money work for you has never been this easy. SMS LifeSave to 31844. LifeSave, underwritten by Trusco Life.
This public service announcement is brought to you by Informanté Radio. Trusco Media is committed to providing its listeners, readers, and consumers with newsworthy, informative, and entertaining content ranging over several media platforms, including news and radio content, editorial, traditional, as well as new media. Trusco Media provides its listeners, readers, and consumers with a fair, effective, and transparent feedback channel to communicate any grievances and concerns relating to any of the content we distribute. Should you have a complaint about any of the content we distribute, you can send an email to informante@tgh.na or info